So, of course, after I went to where I went this morning, all of a sudden, internal storage on this phone cleared up, and I have been able to record again. I couldn't record the friend of myredbook.com Republican felon stalker, solicitor, stalking, 422 PC, death threat maker, assaulter, solicitor, assaulting, cyberstalker, solicitor, cyberstalking, solicitor, blackhat hacking, libel writer, solicitor of libel writing, slanderer, solicitor of slandering, all that. David Battagin. I couldn't record David Battagin's buddy from the fire department following me all the way to where I needed to go this morning. On that note, the normal place that I go the normal place that I used to go to was in Sunnyvale, and it was very convenient, not only because of the location, but I could literally kind of use my crutch and hop along if I needed to to some friends of my parents. It was a safe place for me to go. Where I went this morning, not safe at all. On that note, again, I'm repeating that phrase or whatever, but I don't care. Since I mentioned Sunnyvale, I wanted to talk about myredbook.com Republican felon, RAPIST, solicitor of RAPE, stalker, solicitor, stalking, 422 PC, death threat maker, assaulter, solicitor of assaulting, cyberstalker, solicitor of cyberstalking, blackhat hacker, solicitor of blackhat hacking, briber, blackmailer, extortionist, kickback receiver, kickback provider, Maxim Integrated Products / Analaog Devices, Hess. So on numerous occasions back in the day, when I would try to leave from his little Sunnyvale apartment or whatever, he would literally stand into the door and just kind of like mockingly ask me where I was going. I wanted to leave. I had the right to leave. There is a law that states that I had the right to leave. At the time, I weighed probably about 96 to 108 pounds, 108 being tops. I'm 5'3". Mike weighed probably about 200 pounds, 220 pounds, I believe. He was about 6 foot, 6'1". He used to always flex his leg muscles and stuff, and I really felt like at the time that I just could not take him on, if you will. I wasn't as strong. I didn't have the women's self-defense class under my belt at that point, or for a long time I didn't have the women's self-defense class under my belt. And he wouldn't let me leave, just like what happened at that BDSM club that I didn't want to be at. He prevented me from leaving, and that's not acceptable. On one occasion, he wanted to go up to Lake Tahoe for the weekend. I think it was the weekend. I don't remember. And, he was like, well, Ariana wants to go. I can take Ariana. And I said, go for it. I don't really want to go. I have no interest in going to Lake Tahoe. And I pretty much think that means no. You know, I don't want to go, same thing as no. And I really don't believe that you have to repeat yourself when you say no. I think one no is enough. So what did he do? He took and stuffed a bunch of my clothes and stuff in a bag, zipped it up, threw it in his truck, and then came back for me. And I don't mean like, you know, I walked out the front door of my own accord. I mean, he literally picked me up and put me over his shoulder and took me out to his truck. That's not consent. That wasn't consent. That's not consent. I did say no. I said I didn't want to go. Another time, I literally walked into a closet to change my clothes. Closed the door. And Mike decides that it's okay to come in to the closet where I'm changing and assault me. And I mean sexually. He said something to the effect of, well, you shouldn't change in front of me. How is going into a closet to change, closing the door, and changing your clothes behind a closed door, changing in front of anyone? I had the door closed. That's not consent either. You know, and I just really felt at the time that I could not take him on. He was stronger than I was. He was bigger than I was. You know, and those are just some of the things that I ended up going through at that point in time. That's not all of the stuff that I ended up dealing with. But I just wanted to share that with you all. That's just a slice, a tiny slice of what I've been through.